I still can't get over how small this font is. Like the item, the loading screen item descriptions. They're so tiny.
Perhaps it...
Alright, anything I care to buy? I could, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'll buy a couple of these too, yeah. I just want to get rid of these glimpses while we're here. Good start. Okay, that was not as good. It was okay though. I'd like to get my health back. Ah. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and reset. Let's call this a warm-up.
Perhaps it's time to make...
Oh yeah, he disappears right away. It's not like in, the fun thing is it's not like in Souls where there's any sort of delay, fade out, whatever. He is gone instantly. That was bad. Pretty bad. Yeah, parrying these guys is kind of tough. There's only one move I know what to do with. There's one where he kind of like goes around the back. And that one I kind of understand.
Perhaps it's time to...
Yeah, these guys in particular I think are going to fight normally. Just sit there and just like dodge and mash. Just grind them out. See, this is not a smoldering mace. This is a mortar and pestle. I guess I could call that one a wash. Oh man, canceling out of jump attacks is so nice. And into as well. Like, being able to do like this into that is real. I keep calling them jump attacks, they're not. Oh, they only were with the regular hallowed sword. Yeah, like this into running attack is awesome. The fact that you can just cancel it right away, and you know it has a cost. It's expensive to do stamina wise, but having the option to spend, like having that resource management, is real nice. Yeah, so question now, though, is so I have 4 of those razors. This is just strange. When the term brazier exists, it's strange to think of those little fire pit torches because they're not a sconce. You know, oh man, terminology, etymology. How do we? Ah, what? Were you in a corner somewhere? Man, I have a ton of resolve there. I forgot how much you get. Okay. Use the wrong ability there. If I kill with this, I think I get a small amount of health. Or I have a chance. I didn't get it there. That's unfortunate. No, not today. I don't want to fight him in this little crappy, cramped ass spot. So I never really learned how to navigate this spot. Kind of puts me in a bind. Well, I mean, everything's better than Thulgrim. I can't navigate Thulgrim at all. I really am convinced that I have some sort of, like, disability when it comes to navigating space. But I went backwards. Well, that happened. We're assuming... no. Can I go out here? Yeah. Yeah. How did I mess this up? I don't... You know, there's nothing here is what it is. I like how I played this game... I finished it very recently. And I've already forgot. Or maybe I just never really memorized it at all. I hope whatever sequel or DLC or same genre, spiritual successor, whatever it ends up being, I hope they do something else. Some new Soul-style game from the same developer. It's kind of really early to be itching for that, but you know. Suppose no harm in asking or expressing the want. Gotta write a review for this game. I've been kind of lacking on, like, I wrote like 12 or 13 reviews and then stopped. Oh jeez. All right, you stop. Oh god. All right. So much easier with a sword. Alright, so that's one in the center. When is Elden Ring supposed to be released? I don't know. I hope it's released on more than just consoles, I guess. Considering it's probably not, well, I don't know. It's probably not going to be Japan's, well, I would hope not. If it's Japan Studio, it's PS5 only, and it's going to run at 30 FPS. If even that. That's one. There's like a couple? Yeah, look at you. There's one more around here too, yeah. Should not. Oh, that's gonna get me too. Oh no, it's gonna knock me off the ledge. You want to what piece? Yeah, they're just it's so much better. It's like it's better than dealing with Blighttown 30 FPS if you're lucky. Just in everything. There we go. Finally. I don't know why I keep hardening. Oh, I got my revive back. Oh, I got both of them. Are they forever broken? No, they're dead. But yeah, like the moment that got me to stop playing Souls games and consoles was like Bloodborne was a large part of it, and I really felt like Bloodborne just didn't belong at 25 and less FPS. It's so constrained from what could have been better. But a chunk of it was also the fact that Dark Souls 3 on PS4. I keep wanting to say Dark Souls 3 on PS3 because it's alliterative. Dark Souls 3 on PS4 gave me motion sickness. I've never gotten motion sickness from any game before besides Absolver. It just ran so bad. And it wasn't that the FPS was bad, because it was slightly better than Bloodborne at least, but Dark Souls 3's FPS is still pretty bad. It was mostly that it hit a point in PvP where, in the Grand Archives, doing invasions, the PS4 was struggling so much that it was starting to do the thing you see on old like SNES games where it speeds up and slows down and tries to catch up. And man, I could not handle that. It was so disorienting. I was just like getting full on like sick. Like off balance sick. And I'm pretty confident that qualifies as motion sickness. It definitely was making me nauseous for sure. And so like if I feel like I've sort of lost physical control, like I can't. I feel like I'm falling off the earth almost. I don't want to play that, and I just never want to experience that again. It's an awful feeling. Oh, you're not gonna. This is still gonna knock me over once I come out of being hardened. Yeah. But yeah, like after playing 2 faster Souls-likes, and having them both have massive FPS issues. What? Oh, there's another one. Okay, let's see. Got that quick cast going. Oh, okay, just fuck it. Both get roasted then. Trying to get my resolve back, but this is not happening. But yeah, when when FromSoft is absolutely capable of getting these things into PC, especially with either on their own with Dark Souls 2 and 3 or with QLOC's help, why would I settle? Especially when, it's not like there's nothing to play anymore. Like on Twitter, people came after me saying, like, I was like, okay, I guess I'm not playing Demon's Souls on PS5 because the PC release was a mistake. And people got really upset, like, oh, it's dumb, you're gonna miss out on all these games if you don't want to play it if you won't play it on console at 30 FPS. But it's like, there are so many games that I want to play that I will miss out on something all the time. It's impossible for me. Like, I could be full-time, I could be up 24/7, I could be playing games every moment. I could probably clone myself and be on meth constantly, never sleep, and still not play all the games that I want to play, right? It's just not enough time for it. So why shouldn't I just be choosy, play the games that are going to be a better experience for me? I think people are either in one of two positions with that. I think they either think that I'm telling them not to enjoy the games that they want to play, or that I'm saying that those games are bad. And neither of those is the case. Are we going to be able to invade in Demon's Souls Remastered? I believe there was a post regarding like the back of the box art, like an image somewhere, basically saying that it does have multiplayer of some sort. So, I mean, it wouldn't be Demon's Souls if it was all single player. Especially, like, I mean, Red Phantoms or what were they calling them back then? No, they were calling them Black Phantoms. Invaders, whatever, whatever it ends up being. Without those in Demon's Souls, it just wouldn't be. It would be such a different experience. I mean, they're already remastering it, so it will be somewhat different. Even, like, some people will say, oh, it's no longer Demon's Souls because it's not 100% authored by FromSoft, and there's artistic decisions that are not, 100% what FromSoft normally does, or it's not directly from their hands or whatever, or the voice acting is not the same, or the animation behavior is not the same, or whatever it is. So, that being said, it could very well, like, they could have chosen not to have multiplayer, and it would be a better choice for them just in terms of making it easier to sustain and a less variable experience, all that kind of stuff. But people who are playing it because it's that game again would be upset. Drop it in before you... Bounce it in to say hi before you drop to bed. Yeah, no problem. I know I'm up kind of late. Honestly, Dark Souls Remastered ran really well for you on your PC. I think Dark Souls Remastered... it performing as well as it does is probably entirely thanks to QLOC. FromSoft has zero history. They have almost zero history for making games that perform well, and the only one that did was the one that everybody hated. People hated Dark Souls 2, but it ran real well. I have no idea where I just got turned around. I have two maybe two or three more of those razors to go through. Browsers? I have no idea how to pronounce it. I think it's Brazers. There's one in the center. What do you call this little fire pit thing? BRAZEIR or IER, I think. Dark Souls 1 Remastered might have had a band-aid fix to make it run at 60. No, yeah, Q-Lock did amazing there. I mean, Q-Lock was going to be constrained by FromSoft. So they did the absolute best possible job they could have done, and they did amazing with it. I have no faults with Q-Lock. More ghosts, more wraiths. Just one more floating around. Kiwami 2, for being a port of a game that can barely be ran on a PS4, also runs pretty well. How does it compare to Zero's port? Because Zero ran amazing. Yakuza 0 ran absolutely perfect. I don't even know who did the port for that. I don't know if that was Q-Lock or whatever the other studio was. Didn't you say there were two studios doing ports? You really can't help but wonder how faithful to the source it'll be. You mean Demon Souls? And then you say, considering the source makes Dark Souls 1 look completely clean? I don't understand what you're saying. Zero and Kiwami were Lab 42, but they're ports of games that can be run on the PS3. Yeah. 2020. It's 2020. If a game companies can't get all these games on PC and running right by now, there's a problem. Well, Japan typically has... they typically tend to not be very focused or really conscious of PC that much. It seems such that there's the perception that, I don't know how true this is in 2020, but there's the perception that PC gaming really isn't a thing in Japan. I think it's something like somewhere between expense and the space, like apartment space. There's more than one of these, right? No. Well. Just wait. I'm gonna like roll to the side and then just nuke one. Yeah, I should get both of them now. Hey, Murdy. Yeah. Talked about Demon Souls Remastered PvP. Hold on, let me reread that. Considering the source makes Dark Souls 1 look completely clean. I don't understand what you mean by that. Considering the source makes Dark Souls 1 look completely clean. Kiwami 2 was Q-Lock, was completely different, better than 0. Has much more happening on screen at all times. Doesn't run remotely good as 0. Well, I mean, if hopefully Kiwami can run on my computer without any issues, I'd hope. Kiwami 2. If it is, then it becomes the first game that makes me want to think about upgrading. How goes Mortal Shell? Good. I've been kind of cruising through New Game Plus. The biggest struggle I've had so far has just been, are you dead yet? There. The biggest struggle has been navigating through Fulgrim, and it's such a strangely weird layout with like landmarks that I don't recognize. There we go. That I just struggle with navigating Fulgrim. I just don't understand. Kiwami 2 might not do 60 as easily. On what was a high-end i7 and a GTX 1080, it shouldn't do 60 as... What? Like, really? be interesting. Because, like, my computer is at least way outpaces a PS4. You know, by leaps and bounds. I don't care if it doesn't run, you know... Hey, thanks for the follow. I don't care if it doesn't run very well on a, on, like, a crappy laptop. Or, you know, a 1060 or whatever. I need to continue to stay on this side and just browse a bit.
Fantastic.
Hey!
You're the best.
Thanks for the sub, Illuminati. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. Maybe it's Illuminati. I just figured Donnie might make more sense. Given the source material. No, no more. Get these bolts out of the way. Should have no trouble? Good, good. I'd be shocked if I, like... I shouldn't have to upgrade yet. My tastes aren't even, like... My taste in games hasn't even reached, like, 2014 yet. Marcus recommends my streams, so here I am. Oh, that's cool. I wasn't sure who will be popping over. A couple different streamers have been being super generous, even if I don't think I deserve it. Oh, ooh. I tried my best. I think I've got a little bit of confidence issues. But I definitely appreciate it. Even if I find it difficult to internalize, I do appreciate everybody giving me shoutouts and stuff. It's like one of my biggest weaknesses is I suck at accepting compliments. I'm real bad at it. Mortal Shell definitely runs kind of blah. I don't know. It runs better than Dark Souls 3. Well, I mean, I'm not setting much of a bar for it, I guess, for performance. I mean, being an Unreal game, oh geez. I think it runs pretty alright. I gotta stop just roll spamming. Oh no. Ah, I forgot they can knock you out of it. Like wasting my I'm making a lot of waste here. I should get out. I should reset. Want to pop in and see how you're doing? You're gonna be lurking. Oh, Hunter x Hunter's great. How far are you? I guess maybe give me a less spoilery answer. I've seen it all, but I don't want to spoil people in the chat. If you can give me like a generic description of what's going on, or give me an episode number. I'll look it up later. I wish they continued that series. They sort of just ended at sort of like a... I didn't kill all of these dudes. Where did they all go? Are they invisible? Are they in the ground? I think they're invisible. I am so... Okay, you know what? We're officially cursed. This is where I want to be, I think. I need to go over there, I think. I think I'm getting it. Already watched it, got to Greed Island. Okay. It's a shame that apparently the manga goes... Well, I mean, that's usually always the thing. Like, every freaking anime is like, no, we're gonna cover... Okay, so, Berserk, Golden Age, let's go. What else? Dorohedoro, first major arc with a lot of stuff covered? Okay. What's another example? Like, so many anime that, like, cover, like, one arc, condense it, and, oh, Bleach was a mess. Bleach, even the manga for Bleach didn't end well. Let alone, the anime ended in canon filler. I don't know, like, there's a couple that are actually getting there, like Naruto, I think, actually finished, even though I thought it didn't. Did Cowboy Bebop have a manga? And it didn't end? It didn't, I thought Cowboy Bebop was complete. Maybe I'm getting confused. Oh, fighting up here is so rough. Okay, so one over there in the distance on the right. What else was I running to? It was, but the ending was bad. So was the ending for the anime just way better? I was put off by Bleach, basically. The manga ended terribly, and then the anime ended in literal canon filler. They should have ended one arc before for the anime, and it would have been fine. They should have put, like, considering how bad the manga was, it would have been better. Ooh, I've never read this. If they had ended the manga and the anime in the same spot, right at the end of the second to last arc for the anime, they would have been fine. Just, you know, if you, I don't know, maybe they thought they could go further. The reward for loyalty is servitude. Thus, this Weissborn requires no pledges. They came here searching for answers like you do now, but you will find nothing but silence and fury. Throw yourself into the chasm, let the void take you and remake you. You will be reborn, a child of the myriad, a sister or a brother. I didn't like Bleach. You watched and read so much of it. But you didn't like what they did, the story about the last arc. Do you mean the last arc of the manga? Because, yeah, it was such a mess. Like, Bleach had its ups and downs. It was never, like, mind-blowing. But they could have ended it better than it was. And I guess they kind of had, like, lots of projects are like that. Whenever you work on a big, long-term project, the longer it goes, the harder it is to keep the quality up, to meet expectations. That's kind of why, I'm half inclined to just want to only watch and follow stuff that's basically done already, and just either binge watch it, or do it like JoJo, where, like, every major JoJo arc, chapter, or whatever, part, I guess? Is that what they're dividing them up into? I'm trying to get a beat of where I'm supposed to be here. In the meantime, like, I want to get down and around. I want to go all the way over there, and I want to get some left side equivalent. But luckily, like, every part for JoJo is, like, relatively self-contained. And the anime seems to only be happening when the manga is complete. So it's like, they're consistently great. The adaptation that they've done is great. Alright, I think I have to test for real whether or not, yeah, I'm stuck. I gotta test for real whether or not I can avoid fall damage by hardening. I think Inuyasha got complete, right? Like, the anime didn't, I think, right? But the manga kept going and finished, didn't it? Okay, no fall damage, good. JoJo's unpredictability. Oh, I did it again! I can't freaking believe it. I literally did that thing again. This is the second time I've done this. That I've managed to get stuck. This is non-recoverable. I have to pour it out. I didn't think this would be common. Oh man, I've done this when... so, I've actually done this with the fog running, which means that you can't use the ornate mask, which means you need to have an untarnished mask, or you're forced to lose all your glimpses. Alright, back to the narthex. Sounds like a creature you have in a pit somewhere. JoJo's unpredictability makes it stand out, IMO, especially in part 2, where it's purely battle of wits in the face. Yeah, And honestly, the character setup there was great. I'm trying to avoid spoiling too much, but that particular JoJo plus the villains was just like a perfect choice. That's why I find it hard to go between part 2 and 3, because part 2 was like, I would say I found it more exciting and way funnier, but part 2 on the other hand was like extremely coherent and well done. I mean, I guess every JoJo is going to do something a little bit, it's going to shine somewhere else, you know, like they're not all going to have they're all good in different ways. Let me see. The manga get destroyed because the studio trying to cut the project. The creator wanted to do something more, but got pushed insanely hard to finish. Are you saying for that one was for Bleach? I didn't realize that the dude had a way more ambitious later portion. I knew they got forced to end it sooner. I think I'm gonna run through. Wait, you know what? I didn't talk to Sester. I think everything's still dead. Yeah, I'm okay then. Which was the last? What's the number for the last one that came out? The Golden Wind one with Giorno. Is that 5? I think 6 is on its way out. With Jolene. Don't know how much is available on Netflix. I'm not sure. I was for the longest time watching them on Crunchyroll. It's so hard to keep track of what's available where. Like, it's so frustrating. Like, there's no, like, database that you can just refer to and say, alright, well, what service do I need if I want to binge watch this? That's also why I've missed that up on a bunch of movies. Like, I haven't seen any, I keep saying this every single time, I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies. I have a meaning to watch them, I just didn't want to watch them in a theater, and even the Alamo is not even an option anymore. But I'm not much of a theater watcher anyways. I'd rather just make my own popcorn and chill it at home. I don't care if it costs me a bunch of extra money. Just give me an experience that's, like, on my own terms. I think I should just jump down here. I think I can live through this. And then I have, like, freedom to browse for real. Hopefully I'm not stuck. So I've been meaning to watch, speaking of movies I haven't seen yet, I've been meaning to watch Into the Spider-Verse, and I'm pretty sure that's on Netflix now. I wanted to do a watch party, but I'm wondering how to set that up. I haven't looked at the plugin yet, and I missed, like, the last few weekends I've been missing the opportunity to check. Oh, man, where are these freaking... Here's one. Come here, you. Yeah, I figured I can't crawl this way. Oh man, don't do me like this. Don't make me try to figure this out. I'm not smart enough. This is looking right though, like I can go down here. So Into the Spider-Verse, probably on, I guess, Netflix. There's some sort of, like, browser plugin to make that work so we can, like, watch together. The other opportunity that I haven't looked into at all is the Twitch one, where I think it goes through like Amazon Video. Oh. Stupid. He's like, oh my god! I need some booze for this. No, you don't. Get true. I want to go and I want to go lure them all into my special ultimate attack. Here. Good enough. I won't get the big dude. Working on that randomizer. Spammer. You spammer. I don't even remember what that one does. I think all the scriptures are, those are parry things. But, so there's the Twitch watch party stuff. Careful. Ugh. Alright, I gotta kill both of them now. This works. This is fine. The Twitch watch parties are really weird because they expect you to run it like a full screen webcam as your stream and not stream what you're viewing. And sure, that's fine. But it also seems a little strange to set up, and I'm curious if anybody's run it. I'm not sure if this is right. Did I not do this right? Like, somewhere in the middle of this is where I want to be. Like, over there. Well, so long as things are still alive, there's at least something to do. I'm really curious how quickly the goals are going to fill up. I wonder what the reaction is going to be when suddenly I'm playing Dark Souls 2 again. I hope the run ends up being good. I'm hoping I get a decent weapon and everything. Or maybe they're very friendly with souls for the randomizer. Who knows, right? I mean, Dark Souls 2 was always very had a very smooth difficulty curve outside of the DLC. That was one of the nice parts about it. Alright, a little closer to where I want to be. Maybe this is the path. I remember it being like up a giant ramp, and then being like you go around one of the pillars. this might be it. I will make sure you don't sneak up on me. Oh, jeez. Did I crumble into damage, or did they just die, or get squeezed out of... What? Did I just, like, vaporize them? What happened? Wonder if you could drink yourself to death. That would be kind of funny. Get that heavy realism going. Alright, so I want to be over there, so I gotta jump down over here. Okay. This is where I want to be. And there's another one like way off to the other side somewhere. Maybe I should just jump here and hope I can harden as I land. Okay, I didn't take damage. Most important thing. Such a strange ability to get, right? Because it's like, what? How do you use this? You know, okay, hold on a minute. Gotta get that shell back, and then I'm gonna go and wind up for a hell of a swing. I let the camera freak out while I do it. That's 2. Okay, so the center one should be in front of me. Ish. What is this? I don't know if I've seen that before. What is this? Can I? For science, let's just do it. Ugh. Hey, Ducky. How's your night? Yeah, I've seen Demon Souls. I saw the announcement and everything. And the half unannouncement of them going back on making it, making a PC port. That was kind of a bummer. Blue Point seems to be listening to the feedback. It's interesting to see. So Marcus was basically saying that the original art looked more like. Maybe it was Peeve. Somebody said that the original art looked more like the concept for Flame Lurker, and they made a change to make it look more like the game model itself. Really hope Sony actually realizes people really want Demon's Souls in PC. It's Japan Studio, and FromSoft FromSoft has not had good experiences working on PC ports, as far as I can tell. Like, they just seem to have not liked their, that whole everything about that, pretty much. So I'm curious whether or not FromSoft has had a change of heart with anything they've done. I have so many different questions, like, altogether. Like, would FromSoft allow it? Would Q-Lock, I think, would do it, and they wouldn't, they'd be fine. Or not Q-Lock, Bluepoint. I prefer Q-Lock doing the port, honestly, for performance reasons, even if Bluepoint has amazing environment design chops. Like, Bluepoint did amazing with Shadow of the Colossus, but I also got to say, that Shadow of the Colossus port, remake, whatever, also never made it to PC. Did another studio bring Dark Souls 2 and 3 to PC other than From? No, but when FromSoft made the PC port for Dark Souls 1, they specifically said that it's not their strong point and they're going to do their best. And it was a really rough it was a really rough setup. And then Dark Souls 2 FromSoft just does not like their experience with that, or Miyazaki specifically tries his best to like tongue in cheek avoid talking about it. And Dark Souls 3 ran kind of crap. It was an okay port except for performance. Dark Souls 2 on PC ran actually really well. It's just, I think FromSoft hated their experience with Dark Souls 2 so much that they won't even use or recognize any good part about it. And I feel like Dark Souls 2's code base was just thrown in a locker somewhere and ignored. Forgotten about. Even though I wouldn't be surprised if Dark Souls 2 has a lot of good code that they should have used, instead of basically... It seems like Dark Souls 3 was based on Bloodborne. Oh, at least I can harden on the way down. I mean, I don't know enough about the reality of the development that they have for any of the games to know for sure, but man, I get that feeling. A ton of Bloodborne mechanics are still functional in the code for Dark Souls 3? Yeah. Which is kind of such a shame, too, because it kind of points out that they could have ported it, and it may not have been a tough port. There's apparently some Bloodborne, like, assets, like full-on, like, world data as well in Dark Souls 3. So I feel like the only reason why it wasn't ported is because it's a Japan studio game, and it seems like those games don't get ported. Like, the stuff that's closer to Sony doesn't get ports. But with, like, Red Dead and Horizon getting ports... I mean, I guess Red Dead isn't such a big... That isn't so big, like, in the scheme of things. It doesn't have significance for whether or not Sony is interested in doing PC ports. But Horizon, on the other hand, maybe even if, like, The Last of Us got a port, you know, the big showcase games for Sony am I misremembering this? Spider-Man's getting a PS5 port. It's not getting a PC port, is it? Because that's another big Sony game. I'm so bad at navigating this place. I think it's over there. I even see a dude standing there. I think the last fire pit thing is over there. But yeah, I think Namco probably pushed for the Dark Souls trilogy to get PC ports. Namco seems to be pretty good about getting PC ports, even, you know, regardless of, like, the rest of the details for the ports, because, you know, that's kind of more closer to the developers. Not every Namco PC port has been 60 FPS or uncapped or whatever. You don't care to spend like $500 just to play Demon's Souls updated? You, like, for me, like, as much as I'm not up for the idea of paying for basically paying for better graphics on the same game that I've played already, if I literally had nothing else to play, I probably would have, because I'm going to end up with a PS5 regardless, just because of, you know, because if you work on AAA games, you're usually going to end up just getting whatever consoles are out. Not that they'll be hated to you, but, you know, it's good for... There it is. There's the thing I'm looking for. You can see it in the background. It's just good practice if you're if you're a game developer to to have at least access to play whatever is out, even if you're not thrilled about it. But I've already played Demon's Souls. I'm not. If I wouldn't play it, here you are. I wouldn't play Demon's Souls again at 30 FPS just to make it look nicer. PS5 and the 30 series cards. Scalper's already got all of them. Yeah, I mean, that's part of why I'm not in a rush as well, because it's like there's no chance of me getting it, any of that stuff, for any real, for even base price, even regular retail price, anytime soon. Welcome to the chat room. Great. How many messages did I miss? I see Scalper's already got all of them. And Jerp didn't miss a beat. Oh, Twitch. I'm gonna reload the chat tab one more time just to make sure. Okay, all good. Ah, it still got me. I put that up way too soon. The fact that the 30 series cards are just hilariously better or on par with the 20 series cards while being like half the price. Are they? Isn't the 3080 like $1,000? Or maybe the 2080 was similar. I'm still on a 1080. I have no, like, this is the most graphically intensive game that I'm playing anytime soon. And this runs fine. It doesn't run a perfect 60, but it runs real close. So I'm kind of fine with that. Most of the games that I play are just like indies, like retro indies. Even the meme setup with like Minecraft with ray tracing mods. Just never even got into that. I will say though, Dark Souls 2 with DSR, the NVIDIA tech to basically do the super sampling. Dark Souls 2 looks really good at 4K downscaled to 1080. Like surprisingly good. I don't know if it's because the bits of foliage look better. I don't know if it's because the anisotropic filtering looks better. I have no idea. It just looks so much better. I don't know if it's because the anti-aliasing is so heavily mitigated, or the aliasing is so heavily mitigated, but it just looks great. It looks clean. So last you checked, the 2080S was slightly worse than the 3080 in terms of performance, and at the moment the 1080 is currently 100 more. How much is hold on a sec, how much does it, what are the prices for each of those? Not the relative prices, what are the actual prices in preferably US dollars? Okay, so number 3 is down. I think that puts me into, I can go back to that front door now. I mean, the problem is going to be finding it, but that's why we scheduled like 2 hours to figure this out. I might go over. I still have a small amount of work to do tonight too, and I got to be up early for a meeting. Like I shouldn't have streamed today, but we're doing it. Today was like a bad day to stream. The moment around 9ish, I should have been like, nah, postpone it. or less RAM. Well, yeah, that's a tough call. Like, I haven't even thought. I think my 1080 is an 8 gig card. It's like the EVGA 1080 FTW edition. I think, pretty sure, with the like the actually decent cooler rather than the crappy stock ones. The nice quiet cooler that makes my stream super awkward because there's no background noise. I'm thinking I should pop that mask. Wait, we're here, okay. Here we are. And, that's the beginning. So one of these is going to take me to the other side. I don't remember which. I wonder what kind of feedback. Like, I'd love to hear some like developer diary kind of stuff. Is anybody aware of anything for Mortal Shell? Like how the development went down, what their perspectives are and things, what their future plans are, or what their outlook is like? That'd be interesting to know. What side am I on? Where are we? This looks right. Yeah, that's where I want to go. I wonder what the developers of this game think that are their, like, what are their prospects, or what do they view as their biggest challenges during development? What ideas did they have to scrap? You know, like what's how did it all go down? Like, if they had like a retrospective or a postmortem, something on like a GDC talk, I'd be curious about that. All right, now I gotta go find Ganessa real quick. Oh, you know what? I still have tokens. The RTX 390, which is hilariously powerful. What about the 80 series though? Maybe you're getting to that. $700. Okay, that sounds slightly more reasonable. I mean, I don't have a strong reason to buy it yet. Like my budget is for a video card is probably in the 500 range, but I'm probably not going to settle for a 70 series. When like games always seem to be like the best experience for games always seems to be around the 80 range. Like, why would I settle? I mean, I don't have to. I have no reason to upgrade to. I'm in that weird, like, awkward... that awkward in-between state. Man, I don't know if you can see that glint in the background. Like, on the ceiling stone in the background, you can see the characters reflecting, like, as they're moving. That's kind of cool to look at. What? What? Why do you do so much damage with the crossbow? I can never seem to start this without hardening first. If you know what I mean. You know what? I don't know why I'm taking the unsafe route when I have this. Yeah. Nope, no. Damn you. How dare you take 50 minutes to reload? Oh, I got my shell back. Hold on a minute. It'd be funny if there was a zoom button. This is the fact that these cards are coming out so much more powerful on probably high-end cards, so it'll be comparatively very cheap. I wonder what the GPU mark scores are going to be. What are the relative scores? That's kind of what it's going to be for me. Like, that's what I want to know. Like, how are they relative to a 1080? Just in like some generic benchmark. Give me like a number that makes sense. You know, because I'm honestly not smart enough to just to look at a number like GTX 380 and what does it mean? I don't know. How much more powerful are they? I don't really know. Whoa, that was some... Did you see that? That, like, glare flash? What was that all about? Curious what the AMD cards are going to end up like. I hope they do well, not because I'm going to buy one, for two reasons. One is I want competition, and the other is that AMD tends to be better performance per price. User benchmark just rates the 3080 at about 40 in every regard. 40%. Better.
Instead, they welcomed him. They worship. So,
Okay, I already got that. 40% better then? 40% faster, okay. Hey Ken. Haven't played this one, recommend? Yeah. Guess I'll get those out of the way. I want Mortal Tokens too, honestly. What is a 3080 in comparison? Like, what will be sample GPU mark scores between a 1080 and a 3080? That's probably what I'd want to know the most. Like, how does it perform relative to the EVGA 1080 FTW? Not that I even plan to buy one. Not for a while. Ken, so the funny thing is that recommending this to somebody who's played the Souls games before, it's such a strange way to have to think about it. Because, yes, overall it plays like a Souls game. There are some things that if you only like Dark Souls 1, or you only like a particular game, like the animations are different. You know, they still have weight to them, they feel good, there's feedback. There are different weights, different speeds, different levels of feedback. The world structure, the presentation, and length of the game is different. And there's been many people who have come in and said, oh, this isn't exactly Dark Souls. This isn't exactly Dark Souls 3, or isn't exactly Dark Souls 1, or whatever. And then, basically said, okay, well, they hate it because of that, right? Which is kind of strange, because it's like, I'm totally accepting of they take the basic formula, the basic, like, traversal, the movement, how you fight enemies, that kind of stuff, and change it up a bit, And this one's kind of interesting just because of the way they handle the hardening mechanic, the way the weapons work, shells work, abilities, it freshens it up a lot, and they're generally competent. They're still rough around the edges, but every FromSoft Souls game is the same way. Commend the effort to go different. You don't want any more Dark Souls 3s, but you didn't really feel it with the gameplay trailer. What I'm finding is, like, every gameplay trailer for a game that I've liked just has nothing to do especially for does Souls still count as AAA? Original Souls is not. But for non-indie games, I should say, like, the trailer often doesn't have anything to do with what you're playing. Like, the experience is so different. Maybe it'll have a similar situation with Dark Souls 2, your initial reaction being utter and complete disgust. I mean, this feels like, what's the best way to explain it? Like, movement and animation-wise, it feels like what Lords of the Fallen tried to do, but done extremely well. Or, it feels like if you took Dark Souls 2 and tightened up all the timing and pacing. But even then, there's things that they do that just overall feels better, like different ways to, for example, where you can very easily take a regular attack and transition into a running attack, and it costs a bunch of stamina to do it, and it's like oftentimes just mashing R1 is the way to go, and then sometimes your R2s are a better choice, but like they make the choices worth making, and they give you options, but there's still a cost for everything you do. You know, it's not free, it's not easy. The healing is extremely limited, and especially early on, you were so reliant on the harden mechanic, but, you know, in a good way. The harden mechanic makes a lot of this stuff, and it makes it work, and it makes it unique. Oh. Where are you? All Souls games share a similar core, but they work completely different ways to play. I think this game is one of the more unique takes on that, just in the way that like abilities and the hardening mechanic works and how shells work. Similar to how like Code Vein did some of the had some similar. They had some similarly unique differentiation from the Soul series. And Code Vein just went in a different direction, like way more like RPG-esque, massive amounts of skills and customization of your character, way faster anime-style attack behaviors, but it still worked. It worked within the formula, within what you expect from the overall concept of what a Souls game could be. It's just, you know, pick your flavor of unique, innovative, refreshing Soul-style game, or pick them all, you know, just like I did. I played through them all. Even Lords of the Fallen, for the things that I didn't like, they did some things right. They were willing to experiment with saying, okay, well, if you put a shield in your back, you can be staggered unexpectedly, and it costs stamina to use, but it still blocks for you when it's behind you. The way the running attacks worked, the perfect timing attack system in Lords of the Fallen was interesting. The heavier weapons felt great, even if the lighter weapons didn't feel that good. Even if their attack animations were too slow in Lords of the Fallen, especially relative to player tastes. Like, you can't deny that the big weapons felt chunky. They hit like a truck. It was like swinging around a freight train. In like every way. Code weapons to you felt like they sort of lacked impact and you couldn't figure out why. Yeah, no, it's absolutely because there's not a lot of hit impact. They focused on being faster. You know, they're very sort of like anime style hit impacts, closer to like Devil May Cry or something. Where I think you might have wanted something closer to the earlier God of War games, where they were like bigger, chunkier hits. You know, they weren't as flashy, but they had power and impact. They had good hit stop. They had good hit reacts. I'm glad that didn't hit me, because even if you harden through that like eruption attack that they do, you still get knocked back. I don't remember. I think I wanted this. Another example of the kind of like the hit reacts and the weapon weighting and everything is like Monster Hunter versus God Eater. God Eater is so fast anime style, and Monster Hunter is so deliberate, chunky, like bigger hits. Hoping they both come out. Here we go, yeah. You never played God Eater? I played a small amount of it on, like, I think I played one of the demos on PSP, I guess? I don't think it was on Vita. It glanced a little like Monster Hunter, but off-the-wall anime? Yeah, that's what it was. And, you know, that's the style people like. For me, I think it didn't appeal to me because I liked the more deliberate pacing for Monster Hunter more than God Eater, but God Eater seemed competent. You know, it's really... I think a lot of people get caught up when they're trying to figure out if they should say a game is bad or that it doesn't appeal to their tastes. And I think, like, a lot of, like... a lot of very, like... Oh, there you are. I was waiting for these guys to show up. A lot of very, like, you know, angry gamer elitism stuff is just based on that. You know, the same way that, like, you know, the Demon Souls remake for... Oh, you know what? Alright. They wasted my... This is a bad place to be in, because I keep getting knocked out of the, of my resolve attacks, my special attacks. Here we go. I'm getting, like, juggled. They're wraiths for sure. They're like caster wraiths. A little bit of melee, and then, like, usually something just into the ground. Regarding what I was saying earlier, though, like, I think Demon Souls the remake is going to be great. And I'm not going to get in the way of people enjoying it, but it's being on a console I'm not ready to buy yet, and being at 30 FPS, I'm just not going to bother. And, like, if I had nothing else to play, I'd suffer through it. I'd suffer through it being 30 FPS. But, man, there's so many games to play. Thought I activated this. I guess this one doesn't go down. I keep forgetting that every time that I harden and take a hit, I get a bunch of resolve out of it. Like, I don't use that enough, and it's like a core ability for this shell. Alright, so that's roughly where I want to be. Or, no, that's backwards. This is roughly where I want to be. Oh man, my sense of direction is amazing. It's so good. This is roughly where I want to be over here, I think. Or, no, I didn't need to do anything besides... I'm not sure. I don't know why I cleared this. You made super thick mac and cheese yesterday? Dude, so after making, after having, like, proper barbecue mac and cheese from, like, a really awesome, a place with really, really good, like, brisket and stuff, where it's, like, nice, like, spicy mac and cheese, like, a little bit of spice, not just, like, cheese mess, which is still fine, but not enough to where I would just make that as mac and cheese, right? But I'm so wanting to make mac and cheese. I need to, you know, the thing I need to order that I keep forgetting to order, and I've been avoiding ordering. So the funny thing about why I didn't order it yet was because there's a bunch of food snobs who are like, "Oh man, you shouldn't use what's the name of these? There's something salts. What it does is prevent, like, it allows you to make super creamy cheese sauce. Let me look this up. Bath salts, yeah. It'll be creamy one way or another. Sodium citrate, right. This stuff's, like, natural, too. This isn't, like, it's sure, it's a powder that you can get, but it's not, like, nasty food chemicals. But I wanna buy a little container of sodium citrate for cheese sauces. And make some awesome mac and cheese. Really? It's like sodium citrate just prevents the proteins from clumping. It untangles them. Oh no, it's such a nasty chemical bullshit thing. It's like, come on. People are so elitist about cheese. Something with volcanic water. Can't advertise today. That's strange. If you want volcanic water, just go out west. Just find a puddle somewhere. Volcanic water. You can get that for free. Like, a massive chunk of the US is on fire. You get plenty of volcanic water. Why you gotta be so good at leading targets? You immediately thought about activated charcoal products. I know there's, like, some charcoal you can consume to try to soak up toxins. And, like, you'll, like, if you go to, like, if you need, like, a poison control type of situation, then that actually can help. But, like, all of the, like, gritty coal garbage to whiten your teeth is literally, like, oh, like, it's the same way that toothpaste used to just sandpaper down your teeth. It's like, there might be an effect happening, but not the effect that you want. Oh, it burns so much. I'm gonna lose my shell here. I hope I heal from this. No. Oh, I don't. You use the oil that you cooked some chicken in seconds earlier to make a roux as a base for the sauce. Oh, I can imagine. That sounds great. Big ol' chicken mac. Oh, that was it? Oh, I thought I killed enough dudes for this. Oh no. This is gonna put me so far back. Alright, well. Because this is a point where I can take a break. I'm gonna go hit the restroom real quick. Pee out my frustrations.
I've kept your
So yeah, give me just a minute or two.
tell me.
Alright. And to kill a spider in my bathroom as well, just so that I'm not awake at night wondering where it is. What is this about? Cutting boards? bit of mustard and onion powder cooked in. Yeah. Rage pits, yep. It was a rage pit. You need to buy a wooden cutting board. Easier to clean than plastic? Really? Maybe there are certain plastic ones that are hard to clean? Very old and well used. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I find them easier to clean. I know wood is really popular. I'm not aware of wood being easy to clean because it's wood. It's porous by default. It's more likely to pull in the chicken mess. And plastic, I would see, is easier to bleach. Oh man, the route back is gonna be tough. I didn't even get to the elevator yet to take me back there. Probably has a lot to do with how I used it. Yeah, I could see that. Maybe also if your knives are not sharp enough and you're just making you're less, you're not cutting your food as much as you are denting the material. Seems like a bad idea to just try. Getting shot over and over again. I need to sharpen my knives more. They're still pretty sharp. Man, they could be a lot more sharp. $18 years? What? Oh. Yeah. Have you considered, instead of buying wood ones again, or wood ones, you just buying another round of plastic ones? What was... Am I the only person who saw whatever that was all about? Something fell from the ceiling. I'm pretty confident. Well, that direction I don't think I want to go in. So what am I actually doing here? Oh, hello. That spot to the behind me I need to get. That's where I want to be, I think. What's the place your sink is attached on? Just the counter? Many random hits as I need to. Yeah, if you cut on the counter, you're either going to ruin your counter or your knives or both. Your girlfriend called you barbarian and educated you on the ways of the cutting board? Yeah. Yeah. Mostly just that you don't want to ruin your knives. Or your counter. Because your apartment complex will get upset about that. I'm kind of curious what was on that clip. Let me take a look. Hopefully it starts mute. Or low volume. Yeah, I don't see what it is, though. Looks like a very even row of rocks or something. Alright, I got turned around, and what was I actually doing? Okay, other side. so weird hearing a game called Valorant, and it's apparently it has nothing to do with medieval or barbarian anything. What? It's such a strange, like, how do you choose to name this game that? It's unique, I guess. It doesn't invoke what I would think it would be. Well, Valorant is like a CS, like a Counter-Strike style game, right? Like a team versus team, like shooter with a bit of like, there's some abilities mixed in. It's like Counter-Strike Overwatch. Yeah, so basically it's it's pretty close to a MOBA at that point, and no wonder if your teammates infuriate you. How though? How do you attack so fast? How do you melee so fast is what I should be saying. Utility is a character specific rather than everyone buying smokes. Maybe I'm out of date on Counter-Strike Go, maybe. Smoke nades, oh. I thought it was literally like you're allowed to like Marlboro or something had had sponsored the game, and like no more Joe Camel concerns. Everyone now is addicted to cigarettes, and it's a buff. Makes you sharper and less hungry. This place is so rude. I need to get the eternal diazepam thing going. Whatever it is. It's not diazepam. Diapason. Ethereal, not eternal. I'm wrong on like 8 counts. Most of the toxicity you've seen stem from people just being shitty people. So there must be a lot of it, is what you're saying. Rather than usual things in MOBAs. But the thing is, though, is that the conflicts that reasonable people would resolve in a better manner are everywhere in MOBAs. Guess I could have some rat. Because MOBAs are basically, it's you against none other people. Single player can carry around super easy. Yeah, all the things that like allow you to complain about. Not really. Most of it, I would say, is like your teammate dependence. You need a good team to make it work, and that's going to make people super angry. Playing with randos, but you need a good team? What? I'd love to play a game that frustrating. Especially, like, yeah, it's basically team independence and the stakes are really high, which is the MOBA formula. That's not the direction I wanted. Oh, there's my body. There you are. That's where I want to go. Thing is, everyone has access to the same guns. But that sounds more like the stuff that makes people upset. the like strategery that is team dependent. I mean, you're definitely not lending. Are you trying to support the idea that it isn't designed? The game's design doesn't inherently create inter-team, inter-player conflicts, or what are you trying to say? Compared to Dota or League? Yeah, I mean, it seems like less, but it's still the same tier as like Counter-Strike ever did. Which is still plenty enough to be pretty toxic. Like, teammate dependence in its core, especially with randos, that alone is enough to make games really toxic. That's why Overwatch has an issue as well. Overwatch had to put so much effort into, like, encouraging good behavior / punishing bad behavior to try to steer people away from being, to looking at their team and being upset because they didn't win in such a team-dependent scenario. Movement speed reduction when you get hit. Oh no, they're not doing that, are they? Because that's like the worst feeling mechanic in games. Oh my god, that was a mechanic that I think existed in one of the Savage games, and I can't remember whether or not we got rid of it or not, but it always felt bad. It was like one of the like massively infuriating things. That you could get hit by something that does nothing other than prevent you from moving. Those are feel bad mechanics. Those are ones you don't want in your games if you can avoid them, because they just never feel good. No, come on. Damn it. I queued that up. I wish I didn't queue that up.
I've kept your flesh safe.
Ducky, I can understand that that's the intent. It's just being on the side of those mechanics feels bad. Okay, let me explain a little better, because I'm not gonna. I have to give this last little bit into it to make it make sense. There are mechanics that are numerically sound and elegantly assembled with the other mechanics that can feel bad, and those mechanics are those are mechanics you don't want in your games just because they feel bad to experience, not because they're not balanced or well-tuned or whatever. And that's a struggle as a game designer that I've had. I've had that struggle, and it's difficult to you have a system that you feel real good about because everything is put together really well, but it feels really bad to experience as a player. And that's all it takes. So it doesn't matter if everything assembles very well together, if all the systems taken together make sense. Because nobody wants to be the cog in that system that is like you're the character who's basically meant to be suffering at that point. Don't know how easily I'm going to get through this, but we're going to try. Going through this section again after dying, I think the reward for doing it again is doesn't feel good. I'm almost back where I came, where I started. Where's my dude? On the other side? I want Ganessa's over there somewhere, and I want to go there. But I want to hit the elevator too. There's where I fell. Let's get the elevator first. You know, I do have 10,000, 11,000 tar. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I got. Maybe this might have been worth it. There's the elevator. That's what I want. Ganesha should be down here. Hey, Kebab. Dark Souls 4, where? But no, I'd like to see more of this. It's not Dark Souls 4, but I definitely want to see more of it.
Perhaps it's time.
Actually, you know what? Now that I can port around, so I can go and buy some stuff. I keep wanting to go talk to the prisoner dude, and it's like, no, I want to talk to Voss? What's his name? Not the dude from Final Fantasy 12. Oh, it's Voss, I think.
Well, shall we engage in
I pet the cat.
Surely there's something you'll
I
fancy
pet the
amongst
cat.
my collection.
I should buy more of these bells because I keep forgetting to use them when I'm grinding like my way back to everything. And I ran out of moonshine. Why am I not using the bolts? I have tons of tar. Why not? Right? I've shot a couple of them so far. You're right though. I've not shot enough for how useful it would be. I've got, what, like 16 or 18 shots left? At least.
Perhaps it's time to make some. I have no desire to initiate the unwilling.
Alright, elevator time, let's go. Elevator, bazooka... Oh, that's not the switch. Or if it was, it wouldn't matter anyways. It's already down here. Is there like a zoom button? No. Target number 1. Let's go. think that kills him. Yeah, that's one. "15-minute reload time in the meantime." Okay. Number 2 should be right in here. Or not. A little further out. There you are. One of your favorite things in games is when an enemy with ragdoll gets hit by something hilariously powerful? Yeah. This is a bit of a ballistic arc too, so I'm going to try to go for the head and maybe hit the chest. I'm going to struggle with analog sticks. You know what? I have a mouse, damn it. Let's do this. Ooh, dick shot. Hope I can reload fast enough. There we go. Oh, I should use the belt. And that's a resolve game? Ooh. It's not tar. The other one's tar. Oh, had I known sooner, I absolutely would have used the golden bell forever. Oh, I'll put this away. Hold on. Hold on, I'm not ready. I gotta reload. I have to do this with the mouse to make sure I hit it. No! Wait, are you broken? Hold on, I gotta reload. Hold on. Hold on, don't press that too soon. There we go. Who else can I shoot? Oh, I should hold them. I'm gonna get ambushed on the way back. I know exactly where I want to use these. I gotta be careful about spending too many of these. I need like 4... Ah, I'm getting shot in the... through the enemy. Screw it. Everybody dies. Does Elden Ring have a specifically infuriating enemy? It might. I don't know. You think this is Elden Ring? Does Mortal Shell have a specifically infuriating enemy? Probably the little face-hugging leaper dudes. Fighting those in a group sucks. I'm gonna get a lot of resolve. Yeah, I get almost enough resolve to do it again, just because of the buff. If I fight 3 enemies with this, I get enough. Cost 2 bars? Really? To consume my tasty rat? 3 enemies, let's go. Ooh, that nearly killed me. I gotta use it. Oh, here we go. He is. I was waiting for the other dude to get over here. Good. Man, they don't do enough damage per hit to make that worth it. Did I get the other one too? How much health do you have left? You're a bit confused? Ah, it resets it. It doesn't keep going. See me lose all my HP, then hop back up to full HP? There is some healing you can get at cost. In this case, it cost me a lot of resolve. These ones are rare, like they're harder to get in any real quantity. If you basically have a second chance type mechanic where you see on the very far bottom left, there's sort of like a white dot. You can get knocked out of your shell and go back to your shell. So your character is basically like a specter or a weird parasite inhabiting these bodies. You can get knocked out once. It's like Sekiro, where you can get knocked out, you can go back. And given enough time, if you kill enough enemies, and you have a certain ability, like a late game ability, you can regain the ability to have a second chance, but it's rare. So a lot of like what I'm trying to do is manage not spending it too soon. These freaking archers. No, don't run off. I'm gonna run through this. This is too painful. This is just too... Why am I not using the ballista? That was one of the ones I wanted to hit with the ballista. The stupid archers. Okay, so yeah, the archers I think are probably my least favorite enemies.
I've kept your flesh safe.
The crossbow spammers. More than the dudes who jump at you. It's a second chance if you get stun locked? It's a second chance on any hit. As you get knocked out of your shell and you can hop back in. But it's especially through most of the game, it's really rare to be able to use it really often. Well, it's not so much that range is bad, it's just that they... Well, if you hold your harden, you're invulnerable to all range, right? You can just sit like this. So long as nothing else hits you out of your hardening, you can just sit like this and absorb all the shots. But, the hardening doesn't come back soon enough to be something you can use super often for fighting those archers in particular. So, like, you have a little bit of wiggle room, but it's not the easiest thing or the safest thing to do, and nearby enemies can hit you out of it. Like, if you're hardened and you take a hit, you don't take any damage, but it breaks your hardening. Any melee hit will take you out of it. Because they ate some weird corn chips called Ringos? What makes them weird? It's supposed to taste like pizza. Like tastes. Oh, funny you mentioned that. Earthbound. The strategy guide for Earthbound had scratch and sniff, like material on their strategy guide, right? And one of them was Master Belch and all the little puke dudes. And they're, it's you're supposed to scratch and sniff, and it's supposed to smell like vomit, right? It was just like a heavy dose of garlic and oregano, and nothing else. If you're looking for smells that don't make any sense. Then again, scratching and sniffing puke, I guess, I don't know, if you're looking for, like, if you're looking for the same kind of, like, earwax, jelly bean experience, then I guess, hate these. If you're looking for an earwax jelly bean experience, then I guess making it be more accurate to vomit might not be a bad idea. I don't remember there being enemies in the library here. Is this a New Game Plus change? You learned the other day they still sell those Joe candies that taste like soap. Which ones would that be? I'm not sure if there are many New Game Plus changes. That's the only one I'm aware of so far, that I feel like I'm aware of. I could be wrong. Maybe that dude's always been there. I just remember this entire area being empty, and so far that still seems to be the case. There's Ganessa. Larger than life.
Once I was in awe of the knowledge contained here. But it was a fool's errand to try to catalog the contents of this library. The devout keep searching, endlessly hunting for a revelation, even as they're surrounded by madness. Keep your eyes ahead, foundling. Do not stray among the teetering stacks. You'll only delay the inevitable.
All right. Oh, I think each encounter with Ganessa has a different stock. Rails chewing gum. Yikes. It's kind of weird how, like, prank culture, like, I feel like there's too much, there's not enough joy in the world right now for pranks and stuff. Alright, how can we make this boss easier? I was never able to parry him, I don't think. I've never used the spectral token. Oh, I think this one knocks you out of your shell. I could be wrong. Getting Spreckle Harden will boost the damage of your next attack. Probably. Okay. Oh, I want this. I want this a lot. Yeah, for the boss. Some superior moonshine. I guess that's all you really need, right? Max out my resolve, or almost max it out. Get the bell ready for the boss fight. And then we're gonna dunk the boss real quick. Or that's the theory. Thanks for a lost art because people stop making funny, harmless... Oh right, I forgot. I did that thing again. I remember. Perhaps. If I have a mortal token, I doubt I do. Nope. Yeah. Okay. Well, here we are. Yeah. I think overall what's been happening a lot is that people have misunderstood like cruelty and rudeness for fun and jokes. Little guy is a dick. I think he'll just keep going while you're hardened. No, you won't. Okay. So this is where you get knocked out of your shell for people who were asking earlier, where you have a small period of time when everything around you is stunned, right? Now we're gonna have a really awkward cutscene. Yeah, this is kind of where some of the game has a lot of polish in other areas, and in some areas, and this area is not. This particular spot, not so hot. Needed to be voiced? I can see that, yeah. Now he's dead. Oh, I need the item though. Yeah, maybe their next game they'll have a bit more of a budget for stuff like that. Like, I can understand when you're an indie game, you really want to keep your scope down. Like, scope is the enemy of especially indie games, let alone any other games. Like, you want to keep your scope small, you want to be really focused. You have to let some stuff slide if it's not going to work. You try to remove as much stuff as you can that isn't going to work. And just focus on making the small bits great. So I don't know if I don't know how many people remember Demon Souls versus Dark Souls bosses. Demon Souls had very, very good balance of music versus sound effects versus attack sounds, like grunts and stuff. She's bigger in this area, and I have no idea why.
Yes, you've done it. If you this was as...
Just want to make sure I save before we bail and things get very hard. So I can't actually leave now. I have to run back. I can't teleport. Also, enemy spawn now in this area. So I'm going to try to sprint my entire way back, and I should be able to. Like, you're invulnerable once you hit these teleporters. But I have, like, 3 more teleporters to do, and then a shooting gallery to get through, and we're in for a ride. But I'm not fighting my way through this. It's just not happening. It's going to take too long. It's going to be too tough. And I want to... It's already 12:24. I have some stuff I got to do before the end of tonight, so we're going to run it. I think we have like 1 more to go. Yeah. This is like one of the harder ones. That's where I need to go, and I need to take this very carefully. Yeah, I gotta kill this dude so I can take everything else a little slower. Or just die. I'll end up dying. It's fine. Alright. We're now at like the riskiest spot in the game. Nobody's behind me? I need to get shots off on these archers because they will tear me up otherwise. I need to kill at least like 3 or 4 of them or I'm screwed. I don't think I hit. I think it was too high. That's 1, okay. I know about where I need to be for aiming now. 2, okay. Some of them are like statues, so. Oh, a little bit low, okay. Luckily, it puts your aim exactly where it needs to be. Okay. It puts it back, like, yeah, so it's easy to adjust your aim from there. Oh, good, okay. Most of them are down now. This is the spot of anywhere else in the game where I should have remembered to use this the first time I got here. A little bit, teensy bit too low. Oh, okay. I need to get closer. So I can see what I'm doing. I need to get like 2 of them killed. Okay, good. I have like one more shot left. Alright. I don't know if I have any other healing. I could really use some. I'll take roasted rat even at this point. Okay. Alright, there's only one left to deal with. I think we're good. Two left to deal with. Alright, we're back. We're finally almost somewhat safe. I can't remember which area took me back. Oh, I think it's either side. One of them has the elevator. I don't remember. Well, we're in for a ride. I think there's like another enemy or two, right? Yeah. I want to get like over there. I think this is it. That looks right. Alright, the hardest run of the game is over. And now there's even these, even the wraiths now are next to Ganessa, and there's a lot of them. Right, it's gonna knock me back. Right. It's a bit of a problem. Almost safe.
Perhaps it's time to make some...
Alright, just gotta run out the front door. Take a long sprint the entire way back. Oh, I remember now. This isn't over. We do have this long... this crazy long run back. Yeah. I'm gonna pop the super on these. Just to make it a little easier. These guys. Teleporter should be over here, I think. Okay. Where's Ganessa? Over here?
Perhaps it's time to make some.
Oh, I need to sort. Yeah.
Perhaps it's time
To
to
get
make some
that dude to despawn.
new memories.
So there, if you go and fight Hadern over here, you get another. Pretty confident. You get another. Whatever thing. Quenching acid. So let's go fight him real quick. Shouldn't be too difficult. Just gonna bum rush him and get at least two of the supers out real quick. There we go. I can't seem to ever get the press for this figured out. It's a spammer. There we go. So now on the book there should just be like a quenching acid. Yep.
Perhaps.
The rest of this should be pretty easy. Just all about not getting lost, and this particular spot is pretty straightforward. For the most part. They do have a lot of enemies dropping from the ceiling, though, and they're always meant to catch you if you're sprinting. Yeah. I think it's... No, I always do this. I always get turned around. That wasn't as good as it should have been. Alright, we're on the way back. Oh, right, there's like a... poison frogs everywhere. That's what I'm trying to avoid. What's the right way here? Don't just suddenly leap like that. Give me a break. All right. All right. I literally went back to the frog. Hey, Kyman. Yeah, the mace is pretty good. I didn't give it enough credit on when I first played. I think this is the wrong... I don't know. I can't navigate Fulgrim at all. This spot totally kills me. I could spend another hour here trying to get back. Okay. This is... I know we're in the beta area, like the other half of it. Okay, I know where we are, yeah. So normally I would hit that from behind. So this has got to be where I want to go, I think. Yep. Then I got to go back up there. This will do it. This is the beginning of the beta area. Gotta listen for the bell. On the left. Should be, like, the entrance should be right around the corner. I hope. Here it is.
I see.
I do want to talk to her. Alright.
Who would have thought? So beautiful.
Alright.
It's time.
I know I'm in a bit of a hurry, so I'm not gonna Not gonna take too much time finishing this up. Just gonna talk to our merchant real quick and buy whatever I can. Some moonshine, I suppose. Talk to the cat so I don't get yelled at.
Well, shall we? Surely there's something you'll
Oh, he's out of
fancy
stock.
amongst my collection.
Sure. Okay, let's go back. Gotta pop whatever inferior moonshine I have to get full resolve. And then get the superior stuff ready and go fight ourselves a boss.
So, it's not an easy hunt.
This way.
Perhaps it's time.
Okay.
Perhaps it's time to make some new.
Do I have the gold? Do I have a golden bell left? Yeah. Okay, cool. Perfect. Now, this should go real quick. We should be able to just dug the boss. That's the hope. We'll see. Got like 3 minutes of fun. Let's watch this. Let's let this run though. This will be another encounter with some strange cutscene animations.
It's all wrong. The visions have dissolved into darkness. There is no ascension. Only an endless abyss, growing deeper and deeper as I stretch my wings uselessly. I've fallen into a sea of shadows. I remember warmth and light, but even that is fading. The visions weren't for me. They were for you. Are you not meant for this blighted place after all? But why should you get to escape, while the rest of us remain mired in this miserable pit? It's senseless, this injustice. If I can't ascend, neither will you. No one will.
I still need to go back and look for story stuff that I missed. Somebody probably has a really good synopsis of what's going on. I understood bits and pieces and a bit more on this playthrough, but not... I don't have a full, comfortable, all-encompassing understanding of the story. There's the flap. I'm missing a lot with this. I think he has some different animations or something. That might kill me. I need to just let him hit me now. Oops. Let me get into the freaking... Here we go. Ah. I need to hit the thing that gives you your... What is it called? It gives you your shelf. What? Really? I was... Okay, so does the game keep playing then when you're paused or not? I think actually it still does. That's something I haven't been able to figure out through the entirety of my playthrough. Does it actually keep going when you're in a menu? I thought it didn't, but maybe it does. Call the wormfish? No. Yeah, no, it still goes. That's not what I want. Oh, that's a problem. Yeah. Interesting that you have the option to call the wormfish, just like with Hadern. Well, I'm not in a good spot here. Dies whatever. Here we go. Yeah, just barely in time. Camera does not like that. This is a very strange case of this fight. Especially with the camera kind of freaking out a bit. What? He's stuck in his... I think he was stuck in his active frames for the attack. That's a problem. Oh man, that's rough. I want a half a second to stay in a menu for a second. Find this thing that I want. I'm never gonna get it. What? I thought I blocked that. Oh, yeah. You can't even wake up because of the waves. Alright, I probably have to get like a proper reset on this. Hit the wormfish real quick. Pop on out. Hop on my stuff where I want it to be. I'm gonna have to start parrying too. Doing this, sort of trying to beast mode it like I was earlier isn't gonna work. Shame I can't skip this, I think. Yeah. And the new game plus version of this with the smoldering mace is rough. I do have glimpses. If I really want to buy a bunch of mortal tokens, I can.
Perhaps
I can buy a few. And I don't think I'm going to be able to use the scriptures and the... Well... Refunds resolve on success. I could use some resolve, yeah. So, ornate and mortal tokens. That's how this is gonna go. I tried to parry it. I know you can. It doesn't tell me that you can't. Ah. Bad start. Very bad start. he's throwing something out when he's in the air. Son of a bitch. Gonna wait for a big attack, hopefully, yeah. Doing a bit better, at least, damage-wise. I need a better... I should probably use the other buff. I hate that. You can stagger lock you with that. There's a whole other buff you can use that I keep forgetting to use. I guess I'm gonna wait. Yeah. New Game Plus version of this is so rough. I could swear he's got a different attack too. When he's flying above you past the waves, I don't remember there being any sort of projectile coming out of that. I don't know if you can parry that. Can't parry that one. This is rough. Can't easily roll out of that. Yeah, I have to dodge the flying attacks, the water droplets he does. This is rough. Yeah, now I'm gonna take extra damage because I'm getting knocked back with that. Putting me in a bind. Such a rough fight. And I haven't worked out how to parry either, what the timings are for his attacks. That was a mistake. There's a whole other thing that you can do that basically just buffs your mace. That might kill me. Yeah, that's fucking it. Wow. Okay, I don't even have... I may not be able to do this with the mace. I might have to... If I go another like 15 minutes and I can't make it, I'm gonna have to call it because it's too late. But yeah, I'm not doing quite the damage I need to be able to do here. And I'm out of items, so it's just gonna have to be like raw luck. So this does something. This adds a bit of fire damage to the mace, okay. Wonder how long it lasts. Knocking me into the waves. Let's see if I can make this hit. No. 10-minute special. Yeah, that's such a bummer. And it's gonna kill me. No, it didn't kill me out of in shell form or whatever. It's rough though. Yeah, just the extra the extra damage from the waves just sucks. Trying to parry that. Doesn't do a lot of damage for missing. Oh, they're like breaking me out of all my attacks. Yeah, like this thing is so slow. I can't even. It's hard to start up an attack. I'd have to do it from far enough away to be roughly safe. Yeah, I think this is where the maze starts to fall apart. So you can parry this. No, I don't think you can parry it. Yeah, that one you definitely can't parry. Okay, yeah, so that knocks him back. That screws him up real nice. The peck. I missed it. Mid-swing when I was doing that. Hey, Sin. They certainly make it look like you can parry that. Didn't get the parry on that one again. There's the parry again. I'm gonna try to take my shell back. I was gonna finish it anyways. Ah. The waves are so rough. The waves and the clones are so bad. I really want to get this parry, otherwise I'm doomed. Ah, I didn't get it. Yeah, screw it. Alright. The difficulty of this boss is more than what I can do tonight. And it's 1:15 in the morning, and I still got a couple things I gotta do before bed. So, I think I'll have to just put it down for now. What a shame, though. This boss is so much harder, and it's like, it's such a giant leap in difficulty in New Game Plus. Mostly because the special for the mace is just not happening. It's so bad. It's surprisingly bad. The mace is incredibly bad for this fight. Like, I could see myself just switching to the chisel and seeing how good it is versus this boss. Just because, A, I probably won't touch the chisel ever again. And B, I hear it's crazy strong. Like, top tier, broken. Yeah, let's do that. If we're gonna finish this, let's just end this rightly. This one. The mace has been alright. It's not spectacular, it's just been okay. I don't have the sensor, the other one. Should have a ton of acid, though. Like, enough to just fully upgrade this thing to 10 right off the bat. Everyone seemed to like the chisel. Like the Great Sword, the Stamina Cross ironically means it's not very good with... Oh. I think that's as far as I can take it. Yeah. I could swear I have all these filled. Oh, yeah, I'm just waiting on it. Yeah. Alright, Crazy Hammer and Chisel.
Perhaps it's time.
Okay. I'm gonna go back in one more time and to see how good this is, and I hear it's really, really good, so... if it isn't, then whatever. Watch, I might just do it like first try. Seems real fast at least. Really, really quick resolve gain. What's the special do? Pretty strong. Don't hit me again until the wave is passed, please. Yeah, this is absurd. I'm staggering him quicker, building way more resolve. Yeah, this is not even fair. I might still lose, but at least it's easier now for me. Yeah, you're not wrong. Light weapon melee tends to be really strong. This is the biggest issue right here. I was gonna use the special, you dick! And it's gonna kill me here through that. I hate that part. The waves kind of suck for this. Yeah, it's hard to see the hitbox for the waves. The waves are terrible. You might still kill me, honestly. Where's my rats? Crap. Let's get through as many waves as we can in the meantime. Stupid juggling wave garbage. Fucking waves are killing me. Oh, I don't remember there being a this sort of thing. This is new to me. There's a second phase or something? This isn't... I haven't seen this attack before. He's healing. He's healing as he eats these. Does that kill me? It kills you. Well, huh. I think I have to kill the dudes around. Is that okay? Well, that's a whole other mechanic I've not seen before. Great. Yeah, well, if I have to learn how to deal with that, then, oh, I meant to call the wormfish. Damn it. Just kill me. Or I'll fight him one more time. One time I wish I had boiled frog on me. Did I repeat stun him? I think I just did. Stupid. I think you could just repeat roll these really easy, and yeah, you can. Just gotta roll them twice, stay in the center. Where's my body? I think he's just slightly poisoned. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Oh man, it's crazy how much easier this is. For the most part. With the hammer and chisel. The camera to freak out a little bit less. Maybe the camera maybe roll backwards. Damn you, camera. Right, this is where I need to start killing shit. Oh, crap. It's gonna knock me and my body out of the, I have to be careful. I have to not run into this. I can't get my body back. Oh, I think I'm getting out. This particular boss sucks to fight overall. Like, it's strange how like basically the last boss in the game needed a bit of a balance pass or a bit of a tuning pass. Now he's gonna come back. I've never seen that attack in New Game 0, but I've also killed him so quickly that it didn't matter. Such a spammer for these waves. Did I stack damage? I don't know of any specific like stat allocation type stuff you could do. And just wait, let him do his thing. Oh no, I didn't. More waves ever. No more clones, no more waves. Let me just finish this. Ah, I forgot he's got that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Guess we're popping rat for a bit. Yeah, there's a bit of ragdolling that you can do. Oh, why did you get hit by this? When you get knocked down by waves, there is a lot of ragdolling. Normally you don't see the negative effects of it too much. cheap. Making me waste my resolve. So rude, you boss. Rude boss. Again. Two more hits, we might finish him. Gotta be careful. More waves. Just finish dying. Okay. How did I kill him so fast the first time?
I glimpsed this moment over and over. Am I now to witness
In New Game, in before New Game Plus?
or will you shepherd me across the threshold? I see nothing now. Nothing at all.
In New Game Zero, I think he's just a lot weaker. Like, a ton weaker. I think he must scale more than like anything else in the rest of the game. Everything else is yeah, I'll ascend, it's fine. What was I going to say? So yeah, everything else I think scales a bit, but this particular boss scales so much. Plus, the phase where he heals is new to me. I might have killed him before he could do it. So maybe there's some other stuff that's new in New Game Plus. Seemed pretty okay with me tearing us, yeah. I mean, to be fair, I mean, he knew it was inevitable. He was just upset. He was just pouting for a bit. Oh, man. Okay, so my New Game Plus experience with this, I would say went faster, but went probably... I don't want to say it went better. I think the Smoldering Mace massively tainted my playthrough. It started good for New Game Plus, and then towards the end, the Smoldering Mace, especially at the final boss, it didn't do it for me. Like, the Smoldering Mace falls apart at the very end. So, the first playthrough, I think I'd probably rate a little bit higher. I hate to say that. I still want to see more. Like, I want them to spend more time with the formula. Do I have any idea what just happened story-wise? So, you're part of this foundling where I think you're effectively the central figure for this world, and I'm not exactly sure why you're being plummeted into it over and over again, but you're this continually reborn figure in an infinite cycle, and part of what you resolve through the story is three major sects of characters that are all worshipping a false god, and they all are worshipping these glands. And I think the glands might be the broken body of your former self before you reascend. So I think it must be like you break apart, you're forced to regain your like maybe you can only ascend for so long before your power expires. There's something that causes the cycle to restart, and it seems that you're always basically regaining these like special. They apparently store like the infinite knowledge and glory of the universe or something. All of the experiences, all of the insight. Then that, like the true sum knowledge that only you can properly digest, I guess, and use it to ascend. Yeah, the birdfish dude, I think, was summoning some sort of like false foundling characters, because apparently there's others, and I'm not sure why they were being summoned. I know Hadern is one of those, but I think Hadern is basically committing to being part of the cycle. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about the story. Like, there are other characters that are basically foundlings and other Cesters, and Ganessa is yours. So maybe there's more than one character that's on a journey to ascend. Like, maybe their initial story was, maybe they were planning on having other characters, and some failed and some succeeded. And maybe there would have been, like, a co-op element to it, to where, like, everybody is on their own journey to ascend, but not everyone can. And so some succeed or fail, some become tainted, you know. Some become tainted versions of your foundlings. And maybe this is the horrible, this is the semi-hell, semi-limbo scenario where you basically prove your worthiness to ascend or something. But I'm not really sure. I'm not too clear on the story. It's something I'm going to have to read about at some point.